Spotify recently launched in India, and being the music freak I quickly jumped ships from JioSaavn. I've been using Spotify for a while now, and we at TechWiser believe if you use something frequently, make sure you use it effectively. So on that note, here are some crazy tips and tricks about Spotify. But before we begin, these tips should work for both iOS as well as Android. And although I'm using a premium version of Spotify, this will also work on the free version. So that said, let's begin. First of all, how do you get started with Spotify? I for one listen to a crazy amount of songs on YouTube and I have a whole playlist there. And I don't want to create it again on Spotify. So here is a website called tunemymusic.com which imports the playlist from your YouTube account onto your Spotify account. You just have to copy paste the YouTube URL of your playlist and that's it. Yes, it's free and works for both private and public playlists. That said, it will miss some of the songs here and there, mostly the Hindi ones. Glad I can enjoy my favorite songs on Spotify as well, and I'm not gonna be selfish here, you can have the same playlist as mine. Turns out Spotify has this hidden Spotify codes which makes it easier for friends to share music with each other. To pull up a Spotify code, just tap the three dots on the right side of the screen while playing a song. Next up, bring out your other phone, open the search bar on the Spotify app, scan the cover picture, and there you go. What I like is that it works for both individual songs as well as playlists. And hang on, if some of you don't like any of the songs from the playlist, you can just click on the minus button and it will be hidden forever. It's not gonna play for you. And the heart button is the opposite of it. And here's my favorite one. If I'm in a party or somewhere and the music is pretty dope, I just open Shazam and let it identify the track. And bam, it opens the song on Spotify. In case you like any song on Spotify and want your Instagram friends to know about it, well, you can directly share the song to Instagram. But here is an even better way. You can also have music tracks playing in your Instagram stories. It's pretty cool. Check it out. Obviously, this feature is still not officially available in India, so you'll have to use a VPN and so would your followers. But it's a good way to surprise them nonetheless. Try it out. How about you set the Spotify playlist as your alarm on Android? What you can do is connect your Google Clock to your Spotify account and now you can set any song. But wait, you might think that you want to wake up to your favorite song. Don't do that. You might enjoy waking up to your favorite song for the first couple of days, but trust me, after a few days, you'll start hating that song. The cool thing about Spotify is there are playlists for everything. Like this playlist which is literally called Alarm Clock. My favorite Spotify trick is crossfade, and literally it's so underrated. By default, it allows gapless playbacks so that there isn't any muted gap before a new song plays. Decide the length of the crossfade. I prefer 3 to 5 seconds, and that's it. What it does is the two music tracks overlap for a few seconds, the volume going down for the first one as it comes up for the second. By the way, if you are confused, this is how crossfade sounds like. If you listen to Spotify on your computer, you can also set up crossfade from Spotify's desktop app by going to Advanced Settings. And yes, Spotify does have a dedicated app for Windows, Mac, and even web. Talking about Spotify desktop app, did you know that you can control your desktop Spotify from the mobile app? Well, you can, and all you have to do is log into your account on both the devices. Now when you play a song, you have the option to either play it on the phone or your desktop. And not just that, the desktop version also allows you to upload your own songs to Spotify. in case you have those old 90s songs ripped on your DVD. Well, I am a 90s kid, but only you will be able to listen to it. Here is another one I use quite often while commuting. Google Maps supports Spotify along with other music services such as Google Play Music and Apple Music. This isn't turned on by default though. Say you are navigating to your house using Google Maps. Now in the navigation window, if you change your default music playback from Google Music to Spotify, you get to stream your playlist within the map window. Like you could search, play songs without even leaving the app window. And talking about experience, you can integrate Spotify with any of the virtual assistants, be it Google Assistant, Cortana, Bixby or Alexa. Well, Alexa is still premium and you don't have it in India. So to play songs via Google Assistant or Google Home, you need to go to Google Assistant settings and set Spotify as your preferred music playback. And now you just have to ask Google. Okay Google, play DJ tonight.
Alright, asking Spotify to play DJ tonight.
Girl, what's your favorite song?
It just picks up these tracks from Spotify. It is not just limited to virtual assistants. If there is a casting device in the network, it immediately prompts you to stream music on that device. Like this LG TV is connected on the same Wi-Fi, so I just have to have Spotify on both the devices, and now I can control the music playback from my phone. My favorite feature of Spotify so far is Discover Weekly, which, if you don't know, is a playlist of songs that automatically appears every Monday. And this is based on your song listening habit, and it is unique for every Spotify user. I've heard good things about it and I have to agree with all of them. The suggestions are really good. Anyway, to make sure you never miss your Discover Weekly playlist, you can use this IFTT applet. So the problem with Discover Weekly is that the playlist refreshes every week. So this IFTT applet backs up all the songs from the Discover Weekly playlist onto a separate playlist. Now you can listen all the songs from the previous week as well. And to end this, here's a pro tip. Spotify is all about playlists. It's like you create a playlist at one place and use it on every freaking device. So the more you start using playlists and stop searching for songs individually, you'll have a better experience. And with that said, if you love this video or even Spotify, just leave a like below and tell me about your personal hacks for Spotify. And on that note, here's Pratik signing off. See you in the next one.